Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy JX Flex in the building, man. Back at you with another YouTube channel. I know. Again, I just want to lay everything today off my chest. And it's about this. Ladies, I'm going to tell you, don't take it personal. I still love women. I love women and everything. But this topic so brothers can also relate to. And I just wanted to put this out clearly. You can't win. What I what do I mean by that? That you cannot win when it comes to women. What I mean is you do everything what you're supposed to do. You work your ass off at a job that basically you be like, I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. It's like you've been programmed and conditioned to do what you're supposed to do, be a honest citizen, to work hard, bust your ass at a job for almost where you got to come home dead ass tired. But when you get time, some precious time to yourself, because you're still trying to elevate yourself to a point where you don't have to work a 9 to 5 no more. Like, get this for me, fellas. Hear me this way. I'm working and I'm trying to do a side hustle. On the same time, I try to go to the gym as possible to keep my health up. And I have health goals. But the thing about it is I'm going to take off butt with that. It's the thing that what it is when you're in a relationship, you got to figure out a way to make time. And when two people are working like long hours and you try to make time for that person, and then it's just like the person don't want to have time for you. When the person doesn't, it's just like this, fellas. If you ever decide to get into a relationship with a woman and you already know your goals are important, man, you just can't. And you doing what you're supposed to do, and it's like you're doing this, you're doing that, what you do to keep something, stay afloat, keep something happy, and then next minute you know it's not enough with it. And that really gets on my nerves. You feel like you can't please your mom, you can't please your old lady. It seems like I gotta stay back from women. You gotta probably stay back with women from a distance. Like, I want to keep that air of mystery with you, but I also don't feel like I don't want you a part of what I'm trying to do for myself in life. I may seem like I'm trying to beat around the bush and everything. What I'm getting at is this, as a man, is you can't figure out you really win with them. You have to find a medium balance within yourself. Like, fellas, this is what you do. Like, sometimes you can be in a relationship. You'll be in a relationship with a woman, or you might be in a friendship with a woman, and then you're trying to get something. You're trying to basically do what you're supposed to do, and you're trying to make time. See, when you're going to work from a 12-hour shift or 9 to 5 shift, your time basically is 1 to 2/3 of your time. Mostly 2/3 of your time is taken away throughout the whole entire day. By the time you come home, you want to go to sleep. You want to go to sleep, or if you have time to make it for yourself, then it's like, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. And it's like, what the hell? Or you spending time with yourself. You're trying to self-improve yourself. And then you can try to make time with your woman. But you need the money to take care of your bills, your finances. You got all this other stuff going on. You got, like Jay-Z said, like any man could say nowadays, you got 99 problems. and a chick can't be one. That's right. A chick cannot be your main focus. Fellas, I know it's hard because we're let me say it like this. Let me get real. We're built differently than women. We carry on a natural responsibility to provide, to protect, and to show the affection. Most likely, yeah, those three. It's just, it gets me. It really does get me to the point where when you naturally doing what you're supposed to do. Now, of course, I gotta admit, we have our fuck ups. We do have our fuck ups. We do have our mess ups, and we do. We're not perfect. They're not perfect too. They may think that they're perfect, but guess what? You came from man. You came from a man. You came from Adam. Period. You came from Adam. So therefore, you came up from us. And at the end of the day, you're not perfect as well. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that to you because I'm going to be real with you with this situation. You can call me a beta male, simp vagina, or a purple pillar. I can admit I'm a purple pillar. Some beta male traits and alpha male qualities. Because in order to be alpha, you have to go through the experiences. You have to be cold. You have to be a cold person. Like, guys, it don't matter what it is. It's just anything that can trigger you to the red pill. Like anything. With a negative experience with a woman that's so bad, it can trigger you to be in the red pill. So bad you start doing your research. That's the one thing that is so important is knowledge. And that's what it means to say knowledge is power. Knowledge is definitely power. So a man gonna come across a situation that a woman gonna hurt him to the point where he's gonna get tired of it. Enough of women hurting him. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna research it. He's gonna Google it. Why women such and such? Why women this and that? He's gonna call Siri. He's gonna talk to Siri, say, Siri, why is this such and such? She's gonna show him the links of every single website, blog, or video that's going to explain why women does such and such and such. Because there's going to be men, all types of ethnicities, ages, is going to explain and tell you why. So by the time you start soaking up that knowledge, you start understanding the big billion-dollar question of it all is, why can I not understand women, or why are females so difficult? We're simple, guys. We go to work. We want to go to work. We want to better ourselves in life. And then we want to turn around and all we want is to come home, peace leave. Shouts out to Coach Greg Adams on that. Peace leave. A nice, decent meal. If you're not going to cook, hey, we've been knowing how to cook ourselves. We say, all right, fine, shoot, we just simple like that. I'm going to just go roll up some ramen noodles or something to eat that bad boy. Or I'm just going to boil me an egg or two, might get a salad, something. It don't matter. But listen, if you get a meal, hey, it's a thank you. That's appreciation. You take care of your man, man will take care of you. Because guess what? We hardwired to love differently. So if a man's out here trying to better himself, trying to do something to provide, and you're not getting that shit back, chances are, at so much, this man's going to have a breaking point. You say, you know what? I don't think I'm good enough. No, you know what? I'm just not the right guy for you. I am the right guy to another woman, but at the same time, I'm just not the right guy. Because if I'm sitting here doing X, Y, and Z just to better myself in life and try to do that, I will make it my time and my effort just to be able to spend time with you. But first, let me go ahead and let me try to work on this and do this and this. See, women would like a man. See, this one thing, for instance, if you're too busy you don't have time for them. If you do have time for them, you're not busy enough. So you have to find a balance. It's something we always got to find a balance. It's like, ah, gosh, man, it's just crazy. You can't win with women. I'm gonna get this to a point. Yeah. Fellas, it's like this. Back in the day when you was a kid, when you don't do nothing. Now this is a big test. Now watch this. Get up in the morning, go to the kitchen, and don't say a dang on thing. But I recommend you have one earphone piece in the other, in one of your ears, so you don't have to hear the effects of the noise. Get up in the morning. Have you ever got up in the morning, got to the kitchen, and not say a damn thing, but then either your mom will say something, she will ask a question that don't need to be asked, and then turn around, it turns into an argument, and she raises her voice. She goes from 0 to 100 real quick, and you was like, where's this coming from? Or let me speed up the process. If you come home from work, fellas, this is what I'm trying to tell you now. This will let you know what it's like when you get home. Like when you doing something, because see, your mom is always the foundation and the focal point to what you're really about to expect when you're going to be dealing with a female, any kind of female ethnicity. Your mom is your foundation. Study that with your mom, because every time you're going to come to an argument with your mom, you're going to do something around the house and you're not going to say anything here because they love the drama. I catch my mom, sometimes she does watch Basketball Wives. She watched these shows where these rich women goes into these fancy restaurants where you got one small ass piece of steak that costs you about $60, and all of them talking down the table about some he say she say bullcrap. It's drama. It's negativity. It's something that you don't want to be around when you do anything. And that's with a woman too. And I'm thinking like, how you got to learn to live with a woman that does all this? My bad. But all this shit is just bullcrap. I don't know. Man, I'm just venting, man. I'm just so much venting out, man. It's been like 13 minutes here out of this video, and I'm just like, what the F? What the F? I'm trying not to cuss here. I'm like, you're feeling good, you're doing what you're supposed to do, but it's always constant arguing. And you keep the peace, you don't say nothing. You don't say nothing, but you try your best to keep the peace. It's a lot. And it's just a lot. You're trying to keep the peace as much as possible as you can. You try to work. Fellas, man, this is what this day and age is going towards to. Yeah, it says in scriptures, who can find a virtuous woman? I mean, who can find a virtuous woman? It's hard to find a Proverbs 31 woman, and it is so hard. I'm gonna try to do some praying today, man. I'm just out of character. Bump that. That's not character, man. That's just me being real. It's just being real, to be honest with you. Just the mask off and everything. Shout out to C Boogie for that about the mask. I mean, a lot of MGTOW channels, Ingboard channels, and a lot of channels about how men need to deal with women. Personally, even when you're in a relationship, here's advice. Because I myself am one, but I'm just giving you guys personal advice. Focus on your purpose. Get back on your game, your flex game. Get on your flex game. You know, I know we in this coronavirus pandemic, quarantine, martial law bullshit that we're all in, and it's just really trying to tell you that to get yourself back right with the Most High. I mean, yeah, I got work to do with myself as well, you know. But it's just when you focus on purpose, when you focus on yourself, you're gonna have some distances. You're gonna have a moment where your old lady wanna just get mad at you and shit. I would be like this, man. Don't stop the grind. Keep flexing. Keep on the grind, fellas, man. It's just that self-improvement is so much important. Don't let your job stop you. Don't let the emotions of a woman, your mom, your aunt, your grandma, your cousins, your sisters, even your girl, your wife. Don't let all that bullshit get to you. Man, pretty much. You focus on yourself, fellas. I know I look tired, dead ass tired right now, because hours killing your boy, working 12 to 16-hour shifts. It's a lot on a person, man, and their body, man, especially trying to make YouTube content is trying the best I can. I mean, trying to make at least a living or some form of side income coming in. You know, it's not easy, man, trying to go ahead and balance out the sleep at my job. Sleep in my resting spot and in my job. Trying to do something better for myself, man. It's not easy. It's not easy, fellas. I'm going to tell you this. It's not easy. Like, when we as men, when we love hard, we love a woman. When we get into a woman, we basically financially put not only the emotions into it, because men, we have to master our emotions. Like, if y'all don't know, get the book, The Art of Human Nature. Let me hold on for a second. Now, when you get more older as a man, you're going to read. You're going to love to read. You're going to love the time you have for yourself, too. So, you want to be able to learn things and get on some good positive energy. Now, The Art of Human Nature, this one is by Robert Greene. The Art of Human Nature. You study human emotions. You study a lot with this. Now, there's this book with Dr. Joe Dispenza as Breaking Habit of Being Yourself. Now, you can get the physical copy, or you could actually go on Amazon and get the audio on, I think it was Audible. Yeah, Audible. You go to download Audible app, and you could probably get some points or buy the audio, and basically it'll tell you everything what the book is going through, and tell you what certain pages that you have to study on. It's Breaking Habit Being Yourself. It's more about mentally breaking down the barriers and let the mind become the master than the body becoming the master. It's kind of like this for my anime fans. Y'all ever watch Bleach? Y'all know about Bleach. Everybody should know about Bleach. Or if you do, you know about Bleach, right? So Ichigo always, everybody know, Ichigo always have this problem. Excuse me. Ichigo always has this problem. He always have this problem where every time he gets into a battle and he's about to get his ass kicked, he literally goes to a trance, like a trance level, where in his mind he has his hollow self wants to take over his body and knows how to use this body. Wants to take over his body, be Ichigo in that world, and take over his body and become the master. So he also talk about when Ichigo is about to first get his hollow powers, his mask. I'm gonna make it quick and brief with it. He said it's important thing. who's the master, the horse or the, how he explains it. I'm trying to explain the best way again. The horse or the rider. So if the horse ever senses some type of weakness, he's gonna throw him off and stomp him to death because he don't want to go into battle with a weak warrior. That's what I'm saying. So in terms of this, your body records past events that are negative, sad, depressed, all the negative events that occurred on you. And what it'll do is basically it remembers something, and it keeps you at a certain bad frequency, at bad level, because you're going to be at a point where you already memorize that experience and how that felt to you, and you be stuck in that pool of it, or that river, that lake, or that ocean of depression, and you're just drowning in it. You just suck right in it. But what I'm getting at is this: it's really taking your mind away from the negativity and getting this control back and manifest things that you really want in life into existence. This is part of the Wesley $1 Million Version or $1 Billion Version course as well, though. But it's like this, fellas. When you're going through situations and problems in a relationship, like, you really be thinking like, man, if she's messing around with somebody, and this was get to the point too, when y'all argue a lot, and y'all go through things, you also understand and notice that guys will want to go after your woman a lot. And of course, your woman will also have a backup guy. She will either have her ex-boyfriend, she will either have a friend on the side, or she will have that person that been, it's some guy around the cut. Either 4, 5, 6 guys around the cut making applications to try out to get your woman. That's why I sit back and say, you know what? This is not just only just my woman, but it's every woman indeed. Women can get away. Women can get away with this stuff. They can have sex with any guy they so desire and what they want to. Don't get it twisted, ladies. Y'all can get a man. Y'all can go outside, even in this quarantine or whatever. You can go outside right now and have sex with a guy, just for emotional reasons. Like if a guy's like, if he's working a lot and he's doing it, he's not giving you enough attention. So if you're not getting enough attention, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get up out of your bed, wherever you at, call the next nigga that's in line that you have, and you go out and say, oh, he's not giving me enough attention. That guy might be the one for you to get the attention from, but you're not gonna give him no sex. But then on top of that, you got this guy that knows he can give you the attention plus the sex, but you're looking at many other replacements for the guy that, instead of working this out with this guy, you're looking at your replacements. You're looking at replacements for him because he ain't doing something right to you. Let's get this straight. It feels like I'm skating, like when I'm dealing with women, it feels like I'm always skating on thin ice. And somehow the brain and the chemicals in it that makes me have the illusion of feeling like I'm in love, because this is a feeling, is not just proven in your actions anymore, but the chemical in my brain thinking like, oh, we're gonna have a future, we're doing this together. It happens, fellas. It happens because it's natural, because it's a natural chemical substance in your brain. And you just feel like that you really want to be in love with this woman, but then you actually don't know that you're skating on thin ice. Wow. You don't really feel like you're skating. You feel like you're skating on thin ice, because one small argument or a continuous argument, now the ice is cracking real quick, and now here you go, boom, you about to fall into this cold, icy lake, and she started letting you have it. Either she started being distant from you, her pattern changes, and she don't want you to be around her like that, and now it's like, well, what the hell? You don't want to be around me no more. You're neglecting me. You don't feel like you don't love me no more. You don't feel like you're being loved. And I'm feeling like, wow, so what's all with this distance? So I'm trying to figure out, do you want to be in this or not? It's not like I'm just saying that you're just doing what you're supposed to do as a man. And trust me, fellas, if you go through a situation where you get into a breakup, oh man, it hurts us because guess what? We don't want to eat. It's hard for us to sleep. Some guys, it's like they go through breakups like that, like it ain't nothing, but because they got a chick on the side. Fellas, I mean, you got to talk. You're going to interact with females anyway. You're going to have some type of form of interaction with some female some way. Because if you go through a investment with a woman, because everybody wants to treat this like a business. Let's treat this like a business. You focus your time, your energy, your attention, your emotions, and the money and your income, your resources, just to be with this woman to make her happy. Just to get not the peace leaf. I call it the pink Majin Buu or the Kirby. You can just get that pink Majin Buu down there, and then now you want to just go ahead and get with this and just be able to go through this, all this for love, attention, and affection. And then now all of a sudden you getting played, getting somewhat used. And then you go through all that just giving her time. It's like you're doing too much just to receive so much little for it. I mean, you're doing the best you can, but it's like you gotta meet two people have to meet halfway with this shit. But it just seems like to me it's like it is what it is. I'm on 26 minutes on this video. I mean I'm at this point in my life where I don't care. Almost don't care. I realize for me, my happiness is not meant to be shared with everybody. It's not meant to be shared through my mom, through my girl, through anybody, man. But sometimes you just have to be at a place of your own and get yourself a peace of mind. For those who already been there and got their own place and don't want to deal with this drama and stuff with women like that, I feel you, fellas, because this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's just crazy. The more you get older as a man, the more or less drama you want to deal with. I think I got 3 minutes. I could go throw some 3 minutes in this quick. It'll probably be a 30-minute video, but this is one of the longest videos I've done on my little channel. But I really think that the people have to go more back into the scriptures. I think men have to go into the scriptures instead of us trying to play this long game. I'm really thinking about so many options of what to do and how to deal with this situation with women. And I think pretty much for me, I need to put more of the Most High first than anything else than dealing with females and dealing with a woman, period. Because I want to have peace that passes all understanding. I'm tired of not, like, if you go through something, fellas, in life and you can't eat and sleep and you can't perform at work, this is how much a detrimental effect to you that a woman can have. And I think that guys should be more selective and very picky. That's what it should be when it comes down to value. Guys, always remember this. Females, you have a time clock. You may not like it, but you have a time clock. And what society, this land of America here, is telling you that you can just be like us and do stuff like us, you can't. The same thing, we can't do it. There's things that us men are not meant to do it because it's not in our nature to do it. But for y'all females that been tricked by this feminazis and feminism crap, it tricking you to try to be like us because they making you think you can pull men in your your mid 30s, late 30s, your 40s, just so you can get focused on your career where your best years in the prime of, and when you start develop as a teen from 18 to 25, maybe 27 to 28, but sooner or later you're going to want to have kids. You want to look for the best male possible, even if it means you're going to have to go to a beta male and still go to an alpha male. Because see, karma doesn't take both sides. Because with this, karma is another way. You got a good guy that treats you well, treats you all that, so much respect. And I really value the guys that really like to treat women with respect, and they try to do their best, and a woman shit on them. But you know, everything that they did, it's going to take a real chick to really set y'all straight. But even if it did, y'all still going to be hard-headed with it. But even if a man did, if you run into a beta male or a good guy that did that joke and you thrash him, just know that you caused that man to be in that red pill, in a red and ego manosphere. Once he gets in that red pill, he's going to be able, okay, now I know how to deal with this nature. Because see, at the end of the day, at the same time, divorces that has been initiated by women are going, it's been high. Men, when the shit stuff hitting the fan like it is now, and y'all want to be with some of these men that has blue collar jobs, physical labor jobs, skill jobs, because trades are the new degrees, and all this other stuff that you run into, then the men gonna look back and say, well, you put my homeboy on child support. I'm looking at this with child support. I'm looking at all this alimony you're taking out. You're going through many men. Like, men are waking up and start changing. It's changing the narrative now. It's not about trying to be a hoe anymore. Too much, I guess, with men, with us, it's not trying to much being a whore now. But it's slowly getting to the point of turning away from that whoremongering for some men to the point where, okay, we got our standards. We don't want you in our life. How would you affect us? Because guess what? You're the gatekeepers to sex. No doubt about it. Hands off. You can have sex anytime. We're the gatekeepers to commitment. And that's including our wallets. That's my thing about it. You can get mad. Or if this doesn't apply to you, let it fly. But this is when I'm going to tell you what's happening with most fellas that basically don't want to deal with this shit. They've been through the mud. The right guy's been through the mud. They've been through the bullshit. And now it's time for them to say, you know what? I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to just date chicks. Or I'm going to just be about myself in my life. Or my wife ain't doing this. Okay, cool. That's fine with me. And naturally for me, and I hate to see this happen sometimes, but men go out and they always wind up getting a side woman. They always wind up finding another woman that's going to be their pillar of peace. Men giving the wrong women too many chances at life to do X, Y, and Z. And I really pretty much think that later on in life, in long run, after those chances going up, either she winds up breaking with him or he winds up breaking with her. When the situation is split and gone, it's going to realize what has been missing out of that relationship. Than just sitting here basically doing this argument, man. That's all we men want, man. I'm going to lay this down because I know I've been 34 minutes in. Wow. It's like this, ladies, man. If your man is out there, at least not in the streets where he's selling dope to his own people, or he's out there doing something reckless. If your man doing something constructive out there in the streets, like going to work, busting his behind, do something special for the man, and he's helping you out regardless of what's going on, and he's trying to get himself together, but he's taking initiative to make the sacrifice. Ladies, if you don't take initiative and action for it, this man's going to either get a side chick on the side, or he's going to dump you. He's going to have enough of it. He's going to be like this. You can't get mad at it. Oh, he's going to get another side chick? He's going to get a side chick? Oh, I'm going to make sure I'm going to check his phone and everything like this. What? He's already know you got a bunch of cats out there that really, you got a bunch of guys out there in line for his replacement. You're not going to get rid of your social media. You're going to have your ex-boyfriends. Because see, this is why I tell this way. I don't trust anybody 100% on this planet. Feel me? Because at the end of the day, you always have some type of backup guy on standby for something of what the man that you currently with is lacking. So we're living in a land, which is America. We're living in a land of America where women are not held accountable. So this is why we do the things we do, to have caution measures, so we don't get our time wasted, money wasted, and also with our emotions. Yes, I said emotions, because when you fuck up a man's emotions, he gets into some type of form of rage, or he gets real pissed off. Now that you may have fucked over that man, guess what? Karma is that bitch that's gonna fuck you back over. Fellas, it's the same way too. So karma works on both sides. But I'm just telling that to the ladies. If you see that man doing what he's supposed to do, he may not get the time like y'all used to have because of his job. His job takes 2/3 of his time. Now, ladies, your job do the same thing too. If both of y'all are both tired, ladies, massage your man. Massage your man. Give your man something real good, and your man will return the favor back to you. If you keep taking advantage of him, guess what? A situation could occur where another woman will come and step up into that man's life. Or that man might see some woman where she might be his piece, and they turn around. She might find out about what you ain't doing, and they turn around. He's sexing her. He wants to be with you. Men, we cheat for sex. We cheat for sex. That's what it is. We cheat for sex, and we cheat for just trying to be for sex and peace. Women, y'all cheat for emotions. And y'all use the guy, the simp, and you get with Pookie and Ray Ray. And these guys, they are real guys that will really try to, if they're not, they'll really let you know, or they'll beat your ass for it. And I hate to say that, but it really is the truth. Fellas. It's hard to build as a man. It takes a long time for us to build. But the moment when we build and things get knocked down, we have the blueprint to build it stronger. You may not understand it, but we have the ability to build back something stronger. And with that fortress, or what we build, we're going to use our heads and be wise with it. That's what I'm saying. We're going to be very selective about who we choose as a woman, because it goes without fail that you have to go. I'll go with myself. You got to go to the Most High for this, because it's hard to find a woman. This really is finding a virtuous woman, indeed. But my thing is, where you're going about it, when you look at it, we're the gatekeepers to commitment. We decide as men who will be our wives. Y'all can have a date whether y'all want to have a baby or not. Y'all can say, oh, I want to have this baby, I want to have that, or not. Nah, men getting more wiser and more smarter with things. But we got to be more, because see, why I say that is we're not going to be still thinking about what's down there. We're thinking about what's up here. And this is where a peace of mind comes into place. Ladies, be that man. Peace of mind. Not something he has to fight every day. This is your boy JX Flex. I pray that this, this video will be viewed, like, share, subscribe, or you may not just be like, oh, I'm gonna just hear this guy out, and I may not like a thumbs up, man. It's just, it's free content, bro. I don't want no money or nothing. It's just like, I don't care for the money right now. I don't really too much care for it, bro. But you guys got to understand this, man. Know your self-worth and your value. When you start loving yourself, you will start having respect for yourself and everything else. And that's what I want you to do. Good luck, fellas. Have a blessed day. I'll try to get back on as I possibly can. Stay prayed up. Just be with your families, man. But hey, JX Flex signing out. Peace.